Today I'm in London with Dr. Mohammed Tahir Ul-Qadri, who's an influential Muslim cleric from Pakistan, who's just issued a fatwa against terrorism. Dr. Qadri, thank you very much for talking to us today. Now, here in the UK, we mostly know the word fatwa from the one that was issued against Salman Rushdie, for example, following his book, The Satanic Verses. Could you explain what a fatwa actually is?
Fatwa literally means decree and ruling. And this has a very significant place in the sources of Islamic laws and Islamic rulings.
Can we talk in a bit more detail about what you say in the fatwa? It's a long document, but nowhere in it, as far as we've seen, does it mention jihad, holy war. Why doesn't it? Why did you miss that out?
I have concentrated only on the subject of terrorism, but I have mentioned in my book categorically that this act of terrorism is not jihad.
So in fact terrorism can't be considered as a part of holy war?
Absolutely not. Let me tell, the holy war is also a wrong translation. The word war is not included in the origin and in the format and in the meaning and implication of word jihad. Jihad is a very wider concept. It means just to strive for, to struggle. Good endeavors, good struggles, good putting whatever energy and abilities you have. If you put all energies and efforts to achieve your good end, that is known as jihad. So there is no place for aggression in concept of jihad, no place of brutality, no place of killing mankind. So the holy war is not the concept, it is holy struggle.
So terrorists, in your opinion, have hijacked the concept of jihad to justify their
Yes, they have hijacked and they have misguided the people and youth. And their struggle has, or their efforts has no link and relationship with jihad.
The aim of your fatwa seems to go against everything that suicide bombers and fundamentalists believe about themselves.
Yeah.
Who's it aimed at and what effect do you think it will have?
Thousands and millions of youngsters, those who are not potential extremists, but they are available. But somebody and the people who are wrongdoer or who are always behind the youth, they can trap them and they can put wrong ideologies in their minds. They can misguide them by using the wrong meanings of this terminology. First of all, this will affect them. They would be clear and they would be never, you can say, kidnapped by the terrorist people. Secondly, thousands of those youth and people who have not been totally brainwashed and who has not become suicide bombers yet, but they are on the same track. They are going on the same road. They are going forward. They are not yet achieved that station, but they are on the same lines. They have become conservative. They are living an isolated life. They believe in isolation, they are not getting integrated, and they have some hatreds developing in their minds which have these things which have tendency to lead them towards radicalism and then terrorism. These thousands and thousands of youth will stop. And I hope, inshallah, I say by grace of Almighty God, nobody in the whole Muslim world would be in a position to rebut it. They can disagree with me just in slogans. I can't say with surety about those who are already brainwashed and they are little in number but much larger in number. Thousands are waiting behind to enter that peace. At least this will stop them, and in future this will have the youth of the Muslim Ummah to be kidnapped towards their side. This will give a very, very big effect on Islam and humanity.
And let's talk about what's increasingly becoming known as Islamophobia, particularly in Europe. Geert Wilders, who's a Dutch politician, he's made a film which says that the Quran is a fascist book. What would you say to him?
I think if these are the same kind of activities which not Osama and Taliban, but their supporters and their well-wishers are doing about Islam against non-Muslims. If in Western world some people start doing the same kind of thing, it will not help in development of the peace process. It will again create hatred. So the question is, what would be the end? What they want to achieve out of that? Just hatred? Just reactions? Just further disputes, just further clashes and further division of humanity.
There's quite a lot of opposition to Islam in Europe at the moment. The Swiss, for example, have banned the building of more minarets. France is talking about banning the burqa. Do you think that Europe is ready to accept Islam?
The best solution for peaceful atmosphere for the mankind is multiculturalism. There should be full democracy, freedom of religions, freedom of cultures, except no freedom for terrorism, no freedom for extremism, no freedom of creating brutalities and creating divisions in the society. The first Islamic society and state created by Prophet Mohammed, Prophet of Islam, in Medina was a multicultural society. He started this society and state from an alliance with Jews and Christians and their allied tribes. And their local customs, their cultures, their traditions, their religions and their customary laws were given guaranteed protection. Everybody would live according. So Quran says, Lakum Deenukum Waliya Deen. This is a very full-fledged surah on freedom of religion in 30th part of Quran. And I am quoting just the last verse. The full surah is on freedom of religion. Quran says, Lakum Deenukum Waliya Deen. Holy Prophet declared, you are free in your religion and we are free in our religion.